Egypt has announced plans to offer 3 or 4 military-affiliated companies on the stock market. Now, the move is part of the broader country's privatization program. Prime Minister Mostafa Madbouly said that more state-owned firms will be offered on the stock market under this divestment plan. And that includes companies in banking, industrial, pharmaceutical and various investment sectors. Egypt has been facing a foreign currency shortage in recent years, and that's led to a devaluation of the local currency and a relatively high inflation rate that peaked at 38% last September. According to data released by the Central Bank of Egypt in November, the country's core inflation rate went down to around 24.4% in October this year. Compare that to 25% in September. Let's bring in Dr. Hisham Ibrahim of Cairo University for a bit of a discussion on this privatization program. So, Dr. Ibrahim, walk us through the firms, the military-affiliated, military-owned companies that are likely to be partially or fully sold at the EGX. What firms are they and what sectors are they in?
Good evening. As Prime Minister Dr. Mostafa Madbouly mentioned yesterday, there will be 3 or 4 companies related to military authority will be offered to the private sector. As Dr. Madbouly mentioned yesterday, there is no details for the time being, but next week will be Prime Minister will announce all details about these sectors, about these companies. From my point of view, there will be one from the oil sector and the other will be from the industrial sector.
Does the government have a specific number in mind in terms of the amount of cash that it's looking to raise through these equity sales?
As the Ministry of Finance announced a few months ago, the government aimed to achieve or collect almost $6.5 billion from the privatization program through this year. And I think the government can achieve this goal through this year.
Assuming these stake sales do happen, though, is the military likely to retain a controlling stake in any of these companies, or are they willing to cede control and become a minority shareholder pretty much like anyone else?
I think the military authority or the government as all very serious about leave the management of this company to the private sector, to the newcomer. And I think the government as all needs to high or to maximize the efficiency of the effectiveness of these companies. And I think after the selling of this company, the government will leave the management process to the newcomer or to the private sector to playing a vital role in the GDP.